Nikhil. Welcome to Towards the North YouTube channel. So, how are you doing?
Thanks for inviting me here. I'm doing pretty good. What about you?
Yeah, I am doing good also. Thank you so much. So, I have prepared a list of questionnaire. So, it's around a set of 8 questions which I would like to ask you. So, the questionnaire I have designed it keeping the things in mind that a new student who is like applying to University of Toronto, if like he is watching our video, he will learn a lot of things, and I think it will be a big knowledge repository for the people who are applying to University of Toronto some years down the line maybe.
I'm glad if I could be of any help to distill any knowledge and it could be of help to others. I'll be glad to share it.
Thank you so much, Nikhil. Let's start this questionnaire now and this session. So,
Sure.
first question I would like to ask you is like, could you share a bit about of your background and like the journey which led to your current position now in Canada?
Sure. Let me start with what I did back in my home country. So I'm actually from origin, I'm an Indian, and I completed my bachelor's from Tapa University back in India at Patiala in the field of computer science. Owing to my academic performance over there, I got an admit into University of Toronto in the Master of Science in Applied Computing program, which I pursued, being in a data science concentration, the really booming field of AI, which we all know. And completing the same, right now I'm working with LG as an AI research scientist in LG
Awesome.
Advanced AI Research Lab in downtown of Toronto itself.
So good. Awesome, awesome. Like LG is an awesome company. It's a dream company, I would say, of for many people. That's
Sure.
too good.
Yeah. Uh,
So yeah. So the next question which I would like to ask is like, what was the application process at University of Toronto, and like, did you give any specific tests like IELTS, GRE, and those sort of tests? So yeah.
Sure. Interesting one, actually. Usually, to apply to some of the foreign universities in American continent, European, Australian, you need to go through a number of tests, including GRE, IELTS, TOEFL, and many others. For particularly for the program that I applied to, there were requirement of having these two tests. One's IELTS for English requirement, and others GRE, which require to prove your other aspect of knowledge. Uh, for me particularly, I haven't given GRE at my point in time. Only with IELTS I was able to come over here. The main requirement for GRE from the university was in case in case you have not pursued your degree in English language, only then you have to give a GRE. Luckily, the university from where I completed my bachelor's, I had completed all my education of 4 years in English itself.
Mm.
So GRE was really not a hard constraint, and only based on my academic performance from past that given me the admit. But I've noticed that moving ahead in time, the rules have got a little stringent, and GRE has become another add-on layer to your overall portfolio while showing to universities that you're working, that you're really passionate about the university or the degree you're applying to, and then you show your interest with that as an additional point which counts. In case you're giving a GRE, I guess it's a 340 exam. Uh, Number exam out of which you have to have around 325 plus to get into U of T. That's what I've
Mm.
heard from most of my other friends nearby. And for IELTS, there's a basic requirement in case you want to enter the country of Canada, which you have to fulfill, which changes per the time. At my point in time, it was 6.5 overall, with 6 band in all the 4 tests of IELTS.
That's impressive. Awesome. So, next question which I would like to ask you is like, University of Toronto offers various types of masters and like programs. So, how your program kind of stands out and like how it's unique in terms of specialization?
Sure. Yes, that's true to a sense that U of T do give various kind of master's program for your interest, which includes Master of Science, which is a thesis-based program, Master of Engineering, in case you're oriented towards entering into a new field from whatever your previous background is, say from mechanical, mechatronics, electrical, electronics, to say the field of data science or to chemical or to biological sciences. In case you want to switch your domains or even if you wish to proceed with another degree, Master of Engineering is one. Master of Science with thesis-based program is more as a prerequisite step towards a PhD or towards research in case you wish to proceed. The particular program which I was part of is called Master of Science in Applied Computing, specific to the specialization and specializations in computer science it provides, but it do not mean that it's constrained to only intake the students who have a computer science background. Uh, uh, it's good if you have a computer science background, but in case from other domains as well you wish to enter to this program, you can definitely come through this particular program. Master of Science in Applied Computing has some specializations which it provides. The point in time when I applied to this program, it do had four specialization. One was for mathematics, another for quantum computing, another was for data science, which I was part of, and the fourth one was to cater the other branches of computer science and known by the name of computer science itself. I particularly applied to the data science stream of this particular program for the reason that yes, the technology of AI is booming, and I wish to have a hands-on, of course, after completing my master's. Another point which particularly this program added was, unlike a thesis-based master's program, under being applied programmer, applied computer science, you have to do a mandatory 8 months of uh, co-op slash research internship uh, within within or outside the country of Canada, anywhere you can do it. But the main point is for 8 months of your overall degree program, you will be completing your courses. While for rest of the 8 months, you will be doing an applied internship with the brands of your choice, the kind of companies you want to, and the kind of work you wish to. Uh, um, but at the same time, the projects that you're applying to should have a research component in them, so that even if you're doing a development in the respective field of the company with which you are doing it, there should be some research component which you are catering out to, so that there's some good output, intellectual output that should be generated, which in some sense is actually a measure to cater the thesis from a normal Master of Science and thesis-based programs.
Awesome, awesome. I think you went into the great depth of like each one. So thanks a lot for explaining in great depth, I would say. It will be really helpful for viewers.
Sure.
Thank you so much. So the next question is like, can you provide some insights into the fee structure? Like we know that the University of Toronto is expensive, but like how much exactly is its fees in terms of Canadian dollars so that like everybody can plan their budget before they are thinking of applying to U of T?
Sure. So U of T ranks according to various rankings uh, uh, among either top 25, 20, 10, or even for data science or deep learning kind of things. It's actually the fountainhead of deep learning in the field of research
Yeah,
for AI for known reasons of the great faculty, the great professors. Sir Jeffrey Hinton is a world-known professor.
yeah.
Uh, and good winner of various Turing Award and other awards as well. So it's known for the kind of specializations or the programs that it provides. It's really competitive to be here. Uh, in that sense, so is spoken directly by the kind of fee structure that the programs at UofT have. Uh, uh, I can give a rough estimate of the particular fee structure at point in time when I applied to, but the exact numbers and could change timely as the duration increases. So for a typical 2 years program or a 16-month to 2 years program, uh, the fee structure is around somewhere between 60 to 70K dollars in CAD, uh, which is at times competitive to some of the US universities as well. And some of the other universities in and around the Toronto atmosphere and in Canada are do have nearly the courses in the same range. But
It's
again, this is
expensive.
just
Yeah, it's
yeah,
expensive,
it
very
is
expensive.
definitely it is expensive, and at times the fee structure is nearly same as that of some of the U.S. universities. But with that, it holds a value of being number one institute here
Agreed.
in Canada. Apart from that, U of T is known for its research knowledge that it dwells through its students to the world. So this is where one of the major plus points that U of T do has, and these particular programs that U of T do run, they have with them.
Agreed. Completely agreed. Yeah. So,
Yes.
what was like the exact duration of your degree? Like, like anybody has a chance to finish it early as well, or like, what is the minimum duration in which anyone can finish it?
Sure. A good question again. So particularly a degree program, a master's degree program usually consists of 2 years, which do includes one break and 4 semesters that someone has to complete. But unlike the same, this was a fast-paced program, a Master of Science in Applied Computing, and all the semesters you have to attend in a single row without any break semester between
Hmm.
them. So for the same reason, although 2 years master's program, the applied computing one, but we had to complete it in a 16 months duration itself, which means that for the 8 months of the start, you have to complete your courses at University of Toronto, and for rest of the 8 months, you have to pursue some kind of research internship with the respective companies you wish to align with.
Got it. Got it. Awesome.
Yeah.
So, can you explain like what are the TA and RA opportunities in which the course you did, the degree you did, like newcomers can apply, and like the students which are planning to come to U of T, what kind of opportunities they can expect while doing the coursework?
Sure, sure. I'll go through it. So, TNRA opportunities, as stands for Teaching Assistantship and Research Assistantship. These are kind of these kind of assistantships are really helpful at time for students who are just joining the universities uh, 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 as a student, because of course for monetary reasons it helps them maintain their day-to-day jobs along with studies itself. U of T definitely offers many TA and RA opportunities. RA opportunities are still rare, and you need to put an extra effort to get them. But if the TA opportunities are not really on plate for you to grab and go, you have to show your dedication towards teaching any courses, the kind of courses you're applying to, if you really have knowledge from your past, if you have really worked on, if you have taken those kind of courses to which you want to TA or not. It makes sense if you have already on your transcript that you have completed those kind of courses, and therefore you are now wish to looking to do the teaching opportunities for that kind of courses. For ARIA, I personally in my first semester hadn't done any TA-ship, but during my second semester I pursued one, and also at time I've seen that people have to go through interviews at U of T for doing the TA-ship uh, as the uh, as the uh, as the difficulty of the courses increases. So if it's a bachelor's first or second year or even third year courses, which are like basic one, which everyone would have done, say introduction to computer science or others. Uh, so there's not an interview process. You just formally have to apply for it with your background, with your transcripts, or with other details. If university, the particular professor who's giving that course likes it, gives you a thumbs up, you get around 60 to 80 hours per semester
Amazing.
of TAship. But for some of the hard courses, you have to prove by either going through an interview process or if you have done some research in that field. But these kind of courses are usually these kind of T-shape opportunities are mostly given to either the master student who have done those kind of courses or PhD students. Uh, Coming to the RShip are again an amazing venue if you are really interested in working with a professor whom you are trying to align either for your research goals in future or maybe to apply under them for PhD. I particularly read the RShip under the professor from Rotman School of University of Toronto, which is the so-called the MBA School of York. Rotman School again holds good accreditations and has a good value for candidates who are applying for MBA kind of degrees or business kind of atmospheric opportunities who are looking for. Uh, uh, mm, Yes, and how I got into this opportunity is through the close connections and also by continuously looking through the job portal which U of T internally maintains. Every university in Canada do maintain some kind of portals where you can look at what are the on-campus roles which are available, and if they align with the skills that you have, you can cold email or apply to them directly through the portals.
Awesome, awesome. Thanks a lot again for going in great depth. So, if you don't mind, what's the kind of hourly pay which TS and like RS get? Like, very rough estimate.
Yeah, if you come to Canada and then go for a usual pay slab, there's a minimum wage that everyone do get. But if you come to and that's the benefit of doing a TA or RShip kind of opportunities, that you get paid very well if you're doing under these
Yeah.
good brand names slash universities. So compared to what the basic salary was, I can just give a rough estimate. Both RA and TA-ship opportunities were paying me roughly 4 times what the basic minimum average is, and it depends on how many hours you want to spend under the same. Like for teaching assistantship, there are of course defined hours, but for RA-ship, you can log the number of hours you really spend into doing the research for the particular duration and then go through the formal process of approving through your processes.
Thank you so much for like sharing the rough estimates and figures.
Sure.
So like, is it possible to participate in co-op opportunities while doing the master's degree? Like, co-op is something which we do in the industry. It's a kind of internship, but very formal academically, right? So, are there
Yes.
any opportunities for that?
Yes. So the particular program that I joined, Master of Science in Applied Computing, there was a hard constraint of completing only 8 months of the degree in the university, and for rest of the 8 months, we have to align with some company to do a co-op kind of setting, a co-op kind of internship, otherwise known as research internship. So yes, there are opportunities. Companies do visit campus regularly, or you can go off campus also for searching for the kind of opportunities which particularly suit your field of expertise for doing the co-op. Also, there's a body called as MITEX, which do offer some projects, and then not only in UofT but
Canada, yeah.
across Canada. You can go through those MyTex projects, and they pay very well. which is another add-on benefit. In case you're not even with Yofty, you can apply for them, and you can choose the kind of projects which you want to pursue. That's another which is also at time counted under co-op as well. And but you definitely need to have another kind of permit while doing a co-op.
Yeah,
Of course,
right.
it's if it's a normal study permit, in your winter break you can do a co-op. But if otherwise, apart from the winter break, if you want to do the co-op kind of internships, you have to have another work permit during your study itself to pursue these kind of internships.
Yeah, right. It's called like co-op work permit, and like the
Yes,
term is called work term, I think,
yes,
right?
yes.
Perfect. So I think you have already revealed, but like, what's your current place of employment, and like, how did you landed this opportunity? If you can throw some light on that as well.
Sure. So currently I'm working with the LG Toronto AI Research Lab in downtown itself. Uh, I got this opportunity through the particular program that I was standing under. This was one of the research internship project companies that visited my program to look for the students who are working in the field of AI research. That was the time when across the multiple offers that I had, one was LG, which of course shined the best to me. And that was the time when I joined them. For 8 months, I completed my research internship with them. And during those 8 months itself, I got this opportunity. I asked during that internship itself if I can get a full-time opportunity to work with them.
Mm.
And since then, after completing my internship, I suddenly joined them with my full time as a full time. That was my full time employer after that. And since then, I'm working for LGA now.
Awesome. That's impressive. So like, you already had a connect with the organization even before graduating. That's really good, I would say.
Yes. This really helps while completing a master's program, and it's these co-op kind of internship opportunities really help to make you connection with the companies where you are living uh, 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 in that arena and working in the field where you are particularly working or you wish to go to. So it's like having completing those co-ops. One, it gives you different skill sets. Second, it tells that you are oriented towards industry.
Mm.
Third, it helps you make connections, which you can utilize during that time or for your full-time opportunities, as I
Yeah, completely agree. Can't agree more on that.
did.
So, like, you are the uh, core AI and ML guy, right? So, machine learning, deep learning, data science, everything. So, I would like to know your thoughts about LLMs and like the recent developments in the field of LLMs. This thing is really getting viral now and really hot in research community on LinkedIn, like everywhere. So, what are your thoughts on this generative AI and LLMs?
Sure. Thanks for touching this. Yes, the field is really getting its hype for last. I would say not for last 1 or 2 years, but really after the 2012 and 14 era when neural networks came into picture. But yes, for last 1 or 2 years, the hype is a lot. Earlier, uh, start of the last year and even before that, generative AI first picked the pace with convolutional, replacing the convolutional kind of models for doing the generative AI in the field of multimodality learning. I'm pretty sure the diffusion from OpenAI was the first one which picked the pace or got quite famous last year. What diffusion is? Simply, it's the process of corrupting something and decrypting them back. I'm pretty sure in the childhood days you would have seen analog televisions where you have to go at the top of your house and change the antenna settings
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then see that TV is getting the signals or not. something in the same fashion, diffusion works, which was a generative technology that OpenAI had thrown last year and done amazing work after that. Later, ending of the last year, large language models again from OpenAI took this space of AI/ML, and since then, of course, the LLMs got the limelight. In the town of AI. ChatGPT being one of the prominent large language models not deployed at such a big scale across the globe that we can see now. ChatGPT has replaced not that ChatGPT the kind of technology that ChatGPT is didn't exist earlier. Of course, there was GPT 1, 2, and 3 that existed earlier as well. But ChatGPT has really taken into another level with new kind of techniques to train these large language models. The particular technology for training ChatGPT is called as RLHF, which is a kind of reinforcement learning. So it's in some sense it's a mingle or a marriage of deep learning to the field of reinforcement learning. The techniques are not something just extracted through ChatGPT advancement. They were known earlier, but they were not replicated at such a big scale that ChatGPT do provides at this point in
Awesome, awesome. You went
time.
very deep into the LLMs and all. These things even I don't know completely. So thanks a lot for enlightening me on that as well.
Sure.
Awesome.
I'm
So
glad if there's a point of learning in it.
thank you so much. So recently, there was a recent development in which Sir Geoffrey Hinton, the emeritus kind of professor at U of T, recently left Google, and he released a public statement in which he openly described that we need to understand the potential pitfalls and the control mechanism of AI, and how it can surpass human capabilities easily. So what are your views on this perspective which the past professor has shared?
Sure. So, U of T itself, as I said earlier, is fountainhead of deep learning with many researchers, many great faculty members and researchers working in the field of AI and deep learning. Of course, Sir Geoffrey Hinton is the one who brings the limelight to this field in that particular aspect. Recently, he left Google, giving personally, and the reason that he shared was that he wished to openly speak about what are his views on the upcoming trends that he's seeing. Yes, and then you touched the point as well, very well actually, that you want to understand the potential pitfalls and control mechanisms of AI being so crucial that it might harm what humans are doing. And of course, there are some areas where we have started seeing replacement of
Yeah.
humans with AI bots happening uh, so quickly. Uh, like something that was thought of very intellectual earlier, the task of writing itself. Machine learning models with LLMs, ChatGPT, and others are able to do it very well. ChatGPT particularly was 3.5 version in the GPT series, and after that GPT-4 came as well, which do not has only the capability of talking with text, but also working with multi-modality data, which means working not only just with text, but with other modalities such as images, videos, and other and else as well. Now coming back to the point that Sir Geoffrey Hinton himself raised, uh, he outlined actually six potential risks which are posed by the rapid development of current AI advancement which is happening. Let me go into just name some of the six particular potential risks that he mentioned. This do include bias, discrimination, unemployment, online echo chambers, fake news, and the robots which can do petting, literally naming it petting robots. These these are some of the areas that are really of concern, and if not got paid attention at this point in time, may surpass the human capabilities. These were some of the views that he shared, that there should be a check by either the government agencies or uh, someone should be made responsible in case these things go wrong. But at the same time, I personally is optimistic, sound echoing the words of Sir Jan LeCun, another great professor, that humans do have the capability of humans. It's not do have the capability of surpassing these things. This is not the first time that we are seeing a revolution in technology. This happened to us earlier as well. This happened to us back in 1960s and 70s when the industrial revolution was taking place, when the machines were getting introduced and then replacing the other means of transportation, and so industries were getting really, at that time again, the point was that it might eat all the human jobs. But we know with time we have evolved, the human civilization has evolved to a point that yes, industries have become part and parcel of our cultures, and humans have got more jobs with this. Uh, so is what my views are, that we should be optimistic about the new technology coming in. Definitely, there are some pitfalls, but I guess humans are, as humans, we as a community are sharp enough to take right steps at right point in time. To surpass even this opportunity and look at the positive sides of good AI instead of just focusing on the bad AI.
Thanks a lot, Nikhil, for sharing your views. Yeah, you went into great depth and you shared your honest views. So thanks a lot for that. So, like, how can our audience get in touch with you? So, if somebody would like to get in touch, get your guidance, or like in general want to ask you something, so can you share some of the social media channels or like something mediums where you are active and like they can openly connect with you?
Sure. I've been very active on LinkedIn, and I've been continuously writing some tech blogs as well. The link I'll provide you. Apart from that, if there's a one-to-one interaction you want with me, there's a top mate IO link which I can share as well to book one-on-one setting with me. Apart from that, I'm please feel free to ping me on any social media platforms where you feel my account's there. I'm continuously checking, not all, but most of them.
Sure, Nikhil. I'll add the links to your LinkedIn and maybe TopMate also in the video description so that like viewers can easily go there and they can connect with you or like book a meeting with you. So thanks
Sure.
a lot, Nikhil, for like coming to my channel and sharing your valuable views and so much knowledge, which I think will help a lot of people who are thinking of applying to University of Toronto. So thanks a lot for that.
I'm glad you invited me to this talk, and if it could be of any help or use to others, I'm more than happy to help later as well.
Thank you so much, Nikhil. I wish you a really good day.